Hey everyone, welcome back to another Pathfinder video. This is part 2. Where we last left off, Torendalev, the great protector of the city, was annihilated in a single blow from Discari. We fell into this hole, and we ran into a lady with a broken leg, and this woman, Camellia, who seems to be a murderer. Let's see. Camellia, she can heal. Nice. Let's see if she loaded it up. Nope. Masterwork dagger. 100 gold. I'll take that. Lighting. Everything's bright enough. I can't imagine that we actually need that. But you never know. I think her weapon's probably better. It's interesting. Can't be equipped, unequipped. Probably plays a role in the story. It's better to be safe than sorry, so give her the option to whip out the old fire stick.
The voice of the spirits.
Are you really the voice of the spirit? Wow, that sucks. 2 health? Very nice.
A bright future awaits us.
Let us not hesitate.
I mean, I guess considering we only have 13 health, 2 isn't too bad. Oh god. Maybe that was the murderer.
Our path leads on.
Not Cecilia.
Defeat is not an option.
Alright, here we go. YOLO. Oh, probably need to switch weapons. We got this. Go, you. Oh. Well, that didn't last very long. I feel like I'm going to be seeing that screen a lot. Okay. We got this.
Together we stand.
Just try, B.
I will see this through.
I heed the voice of the
I
spirits.
stand ready.
Yeah. I don't know. He's supposed to be my tank, but I guess he's really the only ranged person I have right now. Or potentially, unless I switch these guys around. Let's take a look at our stats. Okay. It's, not bad. Alright. Yeah, she's pretty weak. High dex though, so that means probably want to give her the ranged weapon. Since it's a 2-hand weapon, I guess she can't wield the torch as well. Maybe I can dual wield. Yeah, here we go. Since I'm a monk, that's probably gonna be my best option, at least for now. Compulsive saving, as usual.
A bright future awaits us.
So since she's gonna be my tank, I'm gonna leave her up front. I mean tank, she has 13 health and she died in like 2 hits, so I'm not expecting much.
Into the fray.
Thank God for being able to pause. I think fighting defensively will probably help. I'm not too dependent on her damage. More dependent on her tanking ability. Okay, 1 down. 2 down.
I'll just sit here.
Miss. 3 down.
Forgive me.
Okay, I'm down. Nope. 2 of us are down.
This pain.
Oh.
This is how it feels.
Okay, well, we all died. We almost had it that time. I think my party sucks. That is pretty embarrassing.
We will win this war.
What's on your mind?
Will we win this war? We can't even beat a bunch of centipedes. I don't see us winning. Artificial intelligence. Yes, that's definitely what we have here. No real intelligence. Don't see any options that are going to help me here. Okay. Crane style allows me to fight defensively, but I'm not really the tank.
Rely on me. Lead on.
Defeat is not
So
an option.
let's go at it again. Same tactics, I guess. Hopefully we get better rolls.
No glory without risk.
We're assuming a lot of risk and getting no glory. So no glory with risk either. Enlarge person. Strength bonus, but I guess it's a defensive loss. So I'm not sure that's worth it. Dismiss spell, probably not too useful here. Guess I can. Let's hope for the best. Okay, one down. I have no idea why she just ran into combat like that. Yep, let's just run into melee with our ranged weapon. Super smart. This is not a Hollywood movie.
Sit here.
You are not meant to walk into range of their fists with your gun.
Our time has come.
I'll watch you.
Okay, just a bit disappointing.
I will
Let's
see
turn
this
off
through.
the vestiges of their
Win this
brain.
war.
Maybe we can have them
Fear. Do not
all
waver.
focus her. Oh god, she's slow.
The light. Take
Oh,
me.
that's not good.
Strike as one.
I'm guessing she's gonna get one-shotted.
Wide open.
Okay, one down. Did she just one-shot one of them? Nice. Charge.
Mess up again.
Okay, that was pretty underwhelming.
Attack.
Jesus. Razor Fiend, I turned off AI, not your brain. Okay.
The
That's
enemy.
3 down.
Just sit here.
Okay, she's down. Okay, there's only one left. We got this. Yes. Hell yeah, Anivia. Jesus, what?
Together.
She is MVP. I'm pretty sure she did everything there, and my party did absolutely nothing. Let me try this again. Hopefully I don't go down this time, but let's see what happens. We're gonna exploit her damage a little bit.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Okay, one down. Yeah, Jesus Christ. She destroys these things. 2 down. Okay, she takes damage, but doesn't look like she goes down. 4 down. 1 more. 5 down. That's it. Okay.
Let us press on.
Damn, she's a complete badass. That is wild.
A bright future.
I wonder
awaits
who
us.
she's following. Okay, padded armor. Might as well take all this
March
crap.
ahead.
Let's keep going. And the environments here are pretty beautiful. I like it. Definitely gives me some exotic underground cave vibes. Another Terendelev scale. Let's really rub it in that she died while covered in scales that revive
Is not an
people.
option.
Oh god.
Do not hold back.
Well, if these are anything like the centipedes, I'm in for some pain. Anivia, you got this. Smite evil because flies are evil.
So this is how it feels.
Fuck you for wanting to eat my food. And poop. Poop on my sandwiches. Yeah. Demon plague. Okay, well. That's not good. Well, I'm just gonna save it just in case that's the best outcome I get. And let's reload and try it again. Hope for a better outcome this time. I mean, now that I know that they're there, we are going to take it a little bit slower.
Godspeed.
And hopefully have Anivia do all the work. As usual. Carry me, please. 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 No, no. Good.
Well,
What is the pathfinding here?
Together we stand.
Now I know why they call this game Pathfinder. Because none of the NPCs have any idea how to pathfind. It's absolutely wild. Compulsive saver.
Has come.
Okay, here we go again. Razor Fiend up front with Anivia. And Anivia, you tank, and you do all the damage. What? Did she just one-shot that? Okay, it one-shotted me. Yeah, I'm not even gonna play that through. I'd rather not go down.
I will see this through.
We will win this war.
Please, stop rubbing it in. Or maybe that's sarcasm.
Lead on. Do
Poorly
not fear.
received.
Do not waver.
I'm wavering. Anivia, get up there. Anivia, okay, one more. Disease. Ugh. This is horrible.
it should work. Is it flawed?
No, yes. It is, well, you know, I'm flawed. I don't know why I thought that would work. Wishful thinking.
Our time has come. Godspeed.
I really have to save scum this because I honestly have no idea what's up ahead. And if I don't get optimal outcomes on these early fights, I'm going to suffer massively later on. And I'm probably going to have to revert to a super early save. Because I'm guessing on unfair, you're going to run into situations, unwinnable situations, based on previous
Hold back.
choices and battle outcomes. So we need perfect rolls early on, and then late. Yeah, that was good. That worked. All right, Anivia, carry us through. I feel like these were intentional design choices by the devs for unfair.
Let us press on.
I mean, for all I know, there could be a demon standing right around the corner. Like the scythe dude who
Defeat is not an
decapitated Torendalev in one hit. Maybe he's down here now. He's like one of the first bosses. Okay, yeah, I think this is what we were looking for. Formations. That is much better. Okay, so now we're pathfinding like pros. But I don't like this formation necessarily. She's the tank, so she should probably be up front. Oh, okay, you can tighten it up pretty well. Let's move her to the front, next to Razor Fiend. And yeah, that looks good. That is much better. That just feels... Mwah. Wow, she took care of that whole group without any help from me. Alright, Anivia. It's wild. She's the lady with the broken legs, right? And she is literally carrying my entire party on her back. So... yeah. But this has to be intentional. Because, I'm pretty sure that if she wasn't here, it would take me hours to get past this first bit. I'm trying to figure out where my... oh, damn. Doesn't stack. Okay. It's unfortunate. I forgot about that. Sorry. One of the reasons this is called an idiot's guide I'm going into this pretty dumb. Hopefully by the end of this game, I understand the mechanics. It doesn't work. I guess it's only gonna work on me, but it's not worth switching. I think the lucky ones are probably better. So they're gonna sit in my inventory until we run into somebody who needs them. Light mace. That looks worse. Okay.
We march ahead.
Onwards and upwards. Oh, more flies. What is this? Why is the sky falling? Anivia, you're up.
Our path leads on.
Whip out the old fly. Oh god. Whip out the old fly squatter. Swatter. Or squatter. You got this. That is insane. They literally blow up. She's using explosive arrows or something. Flame tongue. Rainbow quartz. Yes, crafting stuff. Oh my, what the hell is that? That's new. And I have a feeling that's going to be my toughest challenge yet.
I will guide us.
Okay, let's try the same thing that we've been doing all this time. Anivia, you carry us. Okay, no. Oh, okay, not toughest challenge yet. She annihilated that. Jesus. Yeah, she's using explosive arrows.
Godspeed.
Those are not normal arrows. Either that or she has the strength of Hercules and is pulling back a bow made out of black holes and
Let us press on.
supernovae. Okay, who are these guys? They don't look unfriendly? For once?
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere.
What? Whoa, you look pretty freaky, bro. Half lizard, half man?
Windwalk!
Windwog? Huh. Whoa, it's Spider-Man.
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt.
Yep, here to save your soul. Just,
They might know what's going on.
take
up
this
there.
arrow to the face. Yes, monsters like you don't deserve to live. Demons running waste to Canabras. Who are you, tieflings?
Are the descendants of
Safe.
people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low.
Really?
We are the
Okay.
underground crusaders, the children of the Crusade's finest.
Clearly, you are the finest the Crusade has to offer.
Sadly,
Living underground.
Underground crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
Wow. Definitely the same thing. Underground Crusaders, Mongrels. Absolutely equivalent.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lan? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
Neathers, living beneath the earth.
No matter
Okay,
what you call
mongrels,
us, it's not
neathers,
gonna
underground
stop our
crusaders.
horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
Definitely gonna have to go.
In Canabras, they're called mongrels. People say that they come up to
Yeah,
the
well,
surface at night and eat anyone
told us
foolish
that.
enough to wander alone after
Thank you,
midnight.
Captain Obvious.
To tell you the truth, I thought you guys were just a tale to tell kids at night.
That's human gratitude for you. Our forefathers suffered the consequences of demonic corruption, all to protect
Galarian is
Mendev
the
and
world.
Golarion. And for
Multiple
what?
inhabited
So we
planets
could
in this
become
system. That's
monsters
pretty cool.
used to frighten children.
Every mongrel has their own take on it. Our chief, for example, thinks of us as something like a reserve military force. He
Clearly,
thinks
highly
we're standing
trained
by
special
until the moment we're
forces.
needed. And when we emerge on the surface and save the day, all the people will see how good we are and they'll love us for it.
Yep, you're
Yet
gonna
he
get a
leaves that last part out when
nice
he
warm
talks about
reception
it.
on the
Of
surface
course,
looking like that.
It's easy enough to read between the lines.
This guy sounds like just a regular guy off the street. Everyone else sounds like an actual RPG character. This dude sounds like someone they found outside the office. It's awesome.
This is the
what is
hall
this
where we
place?
remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry
This
about
is
the
where you
mess.
remember the
It
glory of
doesn't
your
usually
forebears.
look like this, trust me.
1, 2,
Sometimes we
3,
even
4.
wipe the dust
4
off the
pillars.
exhibits.
4 bears. Okay. I'm just kidding.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed.
Wow.
Our lives are
It must be
short.
pretty shitty to
Our
be
glories are quickly
stuck down here.
forgotten. But
People on the
this
surface were
place
like,
helps us to
yeah, we're just gonna
remember
put this
that we
bubble gum
are
and lint
just as worthy
down
as
here.
anyone
These are the
else.
relics of the first Crusaders.
Our lives are not
Dig
lived
around in their
vain.
pocket. Here's a paperclip, maybe. I'm pretty sure this is a bad... Yeah, this is not something that would remind me of former glory.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
Yeah, that
That's
is
none of
crazy.
your
That's none of your what?
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in
Oh.
the center, sticking out of
I'll
a
take
rock.
that.
The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They
So you're
figured it
telling
had
me King
collapsed,
Arthur is
and
down
it's
here now?
Their time to go up to the surface.
Sword
like
and
all
stone?
The legends foretold.
Do I get to be king?
Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the underground crusaders to take up arms.
I tried taking
If
up
we get
arms.
the holy sword, we might be able to change
I
the
got the
chief's
crap
mind.
kicked out of me. Got my arms taken
Fool's
off.
errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. You
And how
think
did the
you're special,
dude-
Lan.
Who was wielding it touch it? Unless he was an angel or something.
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to.
Okay, yeah. So if
It
your
doesn't matter.
hands
An
burn, let's
angel
put it in
sword and a
our
troop
mouth
of
instead.
stalwart
Maybe that'll be
mongrels will
fine.
be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that
It's
deep
Mace
down,
Wendu.
you know it's possible.
Maze, does it really lead to the surface?
Yes, there are other ways up, but they are far from here. And after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed.
I mean,
But the
just
maze,
backtrack.
there's a legend among our
There's a
people
way up,
that
like,
when the walls of the maze fall,
few hundred
that
meters
will be a
back.
signal for us, the underground crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation.
What is this, Ragnarok?
Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became.
That's because you're not
Means that it really must
smelling
lead to the
recycled
surface.
farts. I mean, we could just go back the way I came. Just climb up that 30-foot or 30-yard, whatever, cliff. And
When the
Spider-Man,
ceiling and walls
Spider-Woman,
started shaking,
you should
the
be
young
fine.
ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They
Smart.
think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
Don't try to blame this
Stop
on me.
misleading the young, impressionable
I told
youth,
them that our
Windwog.
people are capable of making our way through the maze in the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use.
Well, maybe you should have tried 101.
Words just went in one ear and out the other.
Okay, so no brains. Nice.
It came here with its owner a long time ago.
50,000
gongs, to
gongs.
be precise.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
Okay, so 50,000 gongs is 70 years? Interesting. How many gongs a year is that? Let's do some math here. Let's do 714 gongs a year. And so, if it was 365 days in a year, that works out to approximately 2 gongs a day, which makes sense. So I guess the gongs could signify day and night, or the transition. Wouldn't have really known that without calculating it. Nice.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial.
Pretty silly way of counting time.
With their weapons. But the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
Nice. I think the gong system is a pretty interesting system, because they don't really have any way to measure time by the sun, I guess. So if it is 365 days, then that means the gongs are kind of offset from real time. Maybe they're using some other thing that approximates to a day. And so their year is 714 divided by 2. It's pretty cool. Makes sense that it's not 100% accurate. But I guess if you look on the... I'm sure there's probably a wiki entry somewhere which tells you exactly how long a day is.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for
Isn't he
us.
dead?
That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Huh. I'm an angel.
Lan, watch your tongue.
Find the sword faster. I guess that'll progress the conversation. So that'll probably end this whole thing. So let's kind of go back to the original
If things are
choices.
as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
Yeah, well,
I realize that you guys have your own
priorities, I
troubles,
guess.
but we need to be in Canabres. People are dying up there.
People are dying up there,
Show
people are
us
dying
the
down
way
here. Would be nice if I could save, because I kind of want to pick that last option and just murder them. Just go through that whole conversation, and then at the end of all of it, just be like, monsters like you don't deserve to live. Yeah, that would be hilarious, because they would absolutely crush me. So I would be like...
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help.
And then they'd be
The
like,
sword will be easy enough to spot. It
oh my
looks,
wabo,
sorry.
Shideru.
Help us, and in return, we'll
And
get
then
you
I'd
out
be
of
dead.
here.
Swordy. What is that? Looks like a sword? Quacks like a sword? Walks like a sword? Must be a sword.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
Is it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
I mean, you're the ones calling yourselves monsters, so... Sure.
No, what is that?
That would have been hilarious if that was the sword. It's like, okay, it's right. They spend all this... They've probably been here for hours or days. And then I just, like, the first thing I stumble onto is the actual sword. Okay, Statue of an Unknown Knight. Cool.
We march ahead.
What's all this stuff? Looks like... I mean, these are just pillars. Nice.
What do we have
More
here?
loot. Grinding stones.
Our path leads on.
That's the
Now
way
what is
forward.
that?
More loot. So I'm assuming that will get me into another section that I probably
What
can't
do we
backtrack
have
from.
here?
Oh. Oh. Okay. Well. This is the sword. Literally took me 5 minutes to accomplish what took you days.
A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Razorfiend feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Tarantula reopens and weeps scarlet, but there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber, this one or another one entirely. Razorfiend's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belong to another.
Treachery. They betrayed me, trapped me, stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I'm about to die from their traitorous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have strength, I must.
While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Razorfiend intuits that he can control them somehow. Let's try to.
Heal the wounded girl.
A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Razorfiend. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers,
Lariel, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said that you and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true?
The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes emerges from the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, a majestic golden-winged angel, gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clear.
Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready. There is no going back.
Then don't waste your strength healing me.
The girl whispers,
Your mission is more important. Take care. It is near.
There in the vision, the darkness of the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths, a vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of obvious chirping and rustling emanates from the shadows. A sound piercing like hot iron lancing through fresh flesh and bone. The creatures fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot. Razorfiend's head pounds with pain, and it's no longer clear whose pain it is. The person called Lariel who sent this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it.
Okay, that sucks. I was hoping to heal her. Knowledge? Well, I'm not really sure what the right choice is here. So I know how to resist the malign influence, no matter its origin. Great, well, track failed. Excellent.
The force of this terrifying attack, though originating in a vision, is much greater than anything Razorfiend can withstand. Crippling fatigue drags him into the ground. Hands trembling, cold piercing his skull and slowly creeping along his spine. The one who sent the vision is experiencing something similar. He's broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in the strange vision or memory, though the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features strikingly resemble those of Skari, the terrifying demon lord. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they call Lariel.
The foolish angel Skari walks like a fly with his wings torn off.
Intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old and quavering.
Where is your golden God's angel? Where is your selfish word herald? How is it that you are dying here alone, so far from the light of your hand?
A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks, like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip from Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Razorfiend senses that the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this.
You will kill me, monster, this I know, but one day someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and... save and protect the innocent.
The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Razorfiend does not fear the final words. Does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips, and with them something else. The heat blazing in Razorfiend's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Razorfiend sees a flaming sword in his hand, or rather its outline. Great, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into Razorfiend's hand. Razorfiend senses that it will return. All he needs to do is call it.
Very interesting.
Hey!
Hey!
You alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
Really? Yeah, I'm radioactive. Radioactive.
That
Radioactive.
was it. The light of heaven. But how?
I'm an angel, bro.
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
Yeah, I don't want to know. It's my booba sword.
L'Oreal? That really was was L'Ariel?
Yes, that
The
really
angel
was
from the
L'Ariel.
legends.
He did.
The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone.
Well,
The chief will be thrilled.
yep, those are some serious priorities. Getting the name right.
And no one's been able to touch it, and now you, an
I am no ordinary
creature
creature of flesh and blood, wench.
Get the sword.
I am a divine being of the highest order. Observe my radiant visage.
Now, Wentwog, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff. Because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil
Probably wash your mongrel taint.
To know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sol, you just refuse to face the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
We are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the abyss. It does
Oh, is that what this is? I thought you guys were just furries.
There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
Yeah, angel path. Oh, an angel.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing. Heaven has truly blessed you.
That was a simple parlor trick.
Majestic thing I've ever seen
Yes,
in all my life.
you best recognize
Is this what
my
the sun
brilliance.
is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more... golden? Chief Sol needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to
The
assemble
power
the
of
troop
God
to storm
and
the maze.
enemy on my side.
You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help
No.
us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then...
Alright, man,
the
let's
perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together.
Yeah,
we'll make
together.
our way through it and find the way to Canopus.
through the maze. Let's just backtrack, man. It's like 300 feet back. And, yeah. It's way easier than whatever you have planned for us up ahead. So, let's do that. I mean, I guess we gotta go to your chief, but I really don't want to. I'm sure he has some amazing stuff planned for us up ahead. And it would be hilarious to
Let's
just
go.
disappoint
We'll take
him,
the short route.
backtrack,
Well,
and be
the
like,
only
nah,
route, really.
we're not doing that. We're going back the way we came.
No, what is that?
That's gonna be it for me, boys and girls. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and don't forget to hit that bell notification on your way out. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Razor Fiend, signing out.
No.